Hello and welcome to this channel. It's been a hot second, but I'm not gonna talk about it. Let's just dive into this video. Today we're gonna be talking about The Half of It, which is a 2020 Netflix original release directed by Alice Wu. Alice Wu also directed Saving Face, which features a romance between Asian American women. It's a 15-year gap, Alice Wu. I hope you guys are settled in with a cup of tea or something because I have a lot to say about this movie. So first of all, I just want to officially announce that I am joining the Astor Flores fan club. Please give the merch. I want the Astor Flores light stick. Where do I sign up? If, like me, you've seen the trailer for this film a couple of weeks before the release, you should know that
this is not a love story.
And this sentiment is even reiterated by the narration of our protagonist, Ellie Chu. Ellie is a 17-year-old girl who lives in a small town called Squamish, which I thought was a fake place, and I was right, it is a fake place. And just like, any young entrepreneur of her age, she has a side hustle, which is writing report papers for other students. And of course, they pay her through the popular money exchanging app. We all know it. Say it with me. Hushmo. So she lives with her dad, who's been couch-ridden due to the death of her mother. And she also works at the train station, which has earned the uninventive and kind of racist nickname I really like how this film starts because within the first 15 minutes we kind of know where Ellie's at. We see how she deals with the students in the school and how she looks at Astor and kind of figure out her thoughts and feelings towards these people and situations. So Paul Munsky is a high school footballer who is in love with the most popular girl in school, Astor Flores. But he's not very eloquent with his words.
It's hard to find all those things in one girl, but even if you were only two of those things, I'd be into it. But you're like all three, just to be clear.
She's like all three.
Thanks for clarifying.
So he enlists the help of Ellie to write his love letter to Astor. But unbeknownst to him, Ellie also has feelings for Astor. Astor and Paul / Ellie have this back and forth exchanging of letters and, connect deeply, all while Astor thinks that she's talking to Paul, but she's actually talking to Ellie. It has elements of a generic young adult / coming of age movie. I would say that what sets it apart for me from the other teen rom-coms that Netflix has been pumping out, apart from representation, is the great execution by Alice Wu and the cast. The story covers things like grief, repressed sexuality, religion. I do have a couple of minor issues with the film. I wish that we had more interaction or progression on the relationship between Astor and Ellie. I know that the movie, the relationship between them isn't the focal point, but I think it still would be nice. That's just kind of a personal thing that I would have really wanted to see because they were a delight to watch. We do get a nice scene where Astor takes Ellie to her secret favorite place, but it kind of didn't feel right at that point because while they've been having the deep conversations and connections, Astor didn't technically know that it was Ellie. It would just be like taking a stranger to your supposed secret place. But it did lead to the best scene in the movie for me, so I can't complain too much about that either. Well, as I've said, it's entertaining and well made. It has these really creative sequences, really cool shots, a nice score, and the chemistry between the characters. They're there. I mean, Astor and Ellie only share a handful of scenes, but they have such great chemistry that, those scenes really stood out for me, even though it was only a couple. And for a film that has LGBT representation, no one dies. This point seems irrelevant, but a few years ago, the content that revolves around LGBT people, about LGBT people, would have been few and far between. Like, people had the patience of committing to a TV series just to get a glance of maybe a gay couple together for 15 seconds. A fairly happy and hopeful film like this is so important for any young queer person who wants to see representation like that. No one has to die or be shunned by their family or cheat on their spouse. You can have something nice and comforting. And I think the half of it is that. It's a good, well-representing film that can be comforting for people. And I hope more content similar to this will grace us in the future, hopefully not 15 more years from now.